Hey everyone, hope you're all doing well. I'm Real Crafty. Today we are back on the city. As you can see, I have spent many of hour building up some cliffs around the lighthouse that we did in last episode. With the hours and hours that I have spent building all these cliffs in the background and the sea here that goes like, 16 blocks below. So like all of this is placed by hand. So yeah, with the hours and hours that I have spent building up all this, I haven't actually had time to plan out a building for this week's episode. So this episode. So my thought today was that we could work on some different trees. Now in my last world, which I shall show you now, I built several different types of trees and then different variants of the same types of trees, and I thought we could do that in today's episode, where I'm going to take a few trees, maybe some of the Minecraft vanilla trees, and upgrade them to be more realistic looking for my city, and then I'm going to save them in the structure block, so what would you call it, catalogue maybe, for using all around the village. So let us get started. Let's start off by showing you some of the vanilla trees. So I have an oak stuck under the tree. I have a spruce and I have a birch, and I think these are going to be the 3 trees that we start with. So starting off with the oak tree, we're going to take a quick look at different reference images of oak trees on Google, just to get a general idea for like shape and things like that. I also was going to have a quick look at some custom Minecraft tree pictures on Google, but then ultimately decided that you can't always see who they were built by, so I wouldn't be able to give the proper recognition. That's not the word I'm looking for, but the word I am looking for has totally escaped my brain. And I also want to use the beat-ups tree from Hermitcraft Season 10 as a huge inspiration for the trees that I build on this server. Now, it wouldn't be a very good tree if we didn't start off with the trunk. I want this to be quite a tall tree, so I'm going to make quite a wide base. Psych, I'm going to build it out of a different block instead because I would like shading and texture in my tree. Actually, while my mini-me is over there building out the branches, I want to take you over to a realm that I've been playing with my friends and show off some of the trees that I've built on there. So if I quickly run around this lake here, this is the realm that I've been playing with my friends. I'm not gonna lie, I probably spend more of time on this realm than they do, because they go in and out of their 2-week Minecraft phases, whereas my life is constantly a Minecraft phase. So some of the bigger builds on this world are also mine. So yeah, this is I think there's about 6 people on this world, and so this is my area right here, and I have built 4 large trees. That was the first one, and then I've built 2 large oak trees and 2 large cherry blossom trees. Let me tell you, building trees in survival is one of the most painful things I've ever done. Will not likely do it that many more times. Actually, yes I will, because I'm a sucker for things looking good. But yeah, I've built 4 large custom trees, and then also this one right here has got a bone meal farm in the trunk of it as well. And I'm not gonna lie, while I'm here, I'm basically just showing off at this point. I want to show all my builds and how cute they are. Like I'm in love with this world. Back to building trees though. Back at the tree, we're now adding some roots into the ground, make it a good sturdy tree, nice and healthy. Nice and healthy. That was not intentional. And then where would a good tree be without branches? So let's start adding some branches. We've got one here, Another one here. Another one here. Let's add one back here. Add one right here. Okay, don't worry, I'll stop that now. But once I have added an adequate amount of these kind of branches, I'm going to add some smaller branches using fence posts. So let's jump to that. I think this is a sufficiently fluffed out tree with enough branches to fill the gaps. Obviously we don't want to add too many branches and then it just not fit any leaves, and to be fair, because the fence posts are quite chunky, you can only add so many branches before it becomes too full anyway, because we can't make them any thinner. But then for the final step we have leaves. And as we can see here, I have decided to build a second slightly smaller oak tree, and when you compare it to the standard Minecraft oak tree, it is a no way, did you see this? This tree just spawned with a beehive. Do you know how many times I've tried in survival to get a tree with a beehive? And it just randomly, on the off chance that I spawn a tree. Okay. Anyway, so yes, I have built a smaller tree and a larger tree. And do you know what? While we're here, I want to build a even smaller tree because you can get very young oak trees. I don't know how much I'll use this tree, but it's good to have the variant. And to be fair, all the smaller ones I can sort of build on the fly, like as and when needed. But do you know what? While we're here, we're just going to build this tiny tree. And just like magic, we have 3 oak trees in different sizes. So now I think we should move on to building one of the other vanilla trees, and I am going to go for a birch tree next. Moving on to the next vanilla Minecraft tree, I am going to do spruce, the type of tree that I used rather a lot in my previous city build. Now, typically I tend to have the branches all facing downwards, which I'm noticing a lot of them face upwards. So looking at this particular image, it would appear that I tend to build the blackwood spruce tree? I've already lost it, I can't find it now. But yes, so that is the next tree that we are moving on to. As with the oak tree, we're going to start with the trunk and build up. The oak tree, I was looking at the recording file before. It took about 35 minutes to build both of those trees. So I imagine it's going to be very similar to build more than one spruce tree. Just like the last tree, I want to try and add texture, but when I am looking at these different blocks, I wasn't liking how the variation fit together, so I think we're just going to stick with plain old spruce logs for this log. I forgot that the dark oak planks actually blend in with the spruce logs very well, so I'm going to mix a little bit of that in too, just to add a little bit of shape and a little bit of texture. This has turned out to be quite a tall tree as well, I didn't realise. And lastly, I'm going to mix in some dark oak fences too, to make the tree a bit thinner and to add a few branches here and there, just hidden among the leaves. Speaking of leaves, let's start adding those. Like I said, typically I prefer the branches to face downwards, but obviously, oh my goodness, I cannot speak. Obviously, the spruce trees start thinner at the top and then widen as they get to the bottom, so we are going to do that. I'm just going a bit of like a spirally motion around the trunk, adding the branches in. Just making the branches wider as I get to the bottom of the tree, which, speaking of the bottom of the tree, I'm going to skip to that part. And there you have it, we have one completed spruce tree, but I want to make a couple more, so let us time-lapse making a couple more spruce trees. And the final of the 3 vanilla Minecraft trees that I picked out at the beginning of the episode is the birch tree. I wonder if there's something aesthetically pleasing about them, because pretty much every single photo that I looked at was a forest of trees rather than one singular tree, or like part of the tree trunk, because apparently that's the only defining thing about them trees, because I struggled so hard to find a picture of just a single tree in order to get like the shape of the leaves and stuff. So we had to go with searching for just a singular birch tree. And like with every other tree we've done so far, we gotta start off with the trunk. Now, birch trees tend to be thinner and taller, but like bushier at the top, if that makes sense. Like an oak tree was just bushy all around, the spruce tree was tall, thin and spiky, I guess, and then birch trees are quite top heavy. So just following pretty much the same process as the oak tree but on a smaller basis. Trunk, branches, leaves. You know, I don't know how better to explain it, to be honest. I wish there was a better way to explain it. It's a very visual process. So yeah, I think I'm just going to make 2 birch trees, a tall one and then a slightly smaller one. And just like that, we have varying sizes of 3 different types of trees to use within the city. I do want to make some other kinds of trees as well, but I'm happy with these as a standard. If there's any other types of trees you would like me to build, I guess, put them in the comments below. It feels weird me saying that somebody would want to see me build trees, but I guess if that's what people want, that's what people want. I am very happy with how some of these turned out compared to some of my old. I feel like the spruce trees are the same standard as my last world, but the oak trees I think are definitely a lot better, and I don't actually think I built birch trees in my old world. And at that, we're at the end of the video. This was quite a lengthy video to record, and I imagine that it has probably ended up being not a very long video. This feels very cheesy to ask for, and I cannot take myself seriously, but if this is something that you enjoy and you want to see more of, let me know by liking the video or even heck subscribing to my channel so that you could see me build an entire city for literally no reason whatsoever. And yeah, hopefully you'll stick around for another video in this Minecraft city, which I have still yet to name. So yeah, goodbye everyone, and I'll see you all in the next video. Goodbye.